It's time for high school hockey on Up North Hockey. Tonight's game is sponsored by the Rink Sports Grill, Iron Range Apparel, Minnesota Twist Drill, G&B Environmental, Anthony's Heating, AC, and Refrigeration, Winnie Trading Post, and 90 Degree Media. Tonight's game features the 6-5-1 Moorhead Spuds and the 7-1 Grand Rapids Thunderhawks. Once again, good evening everyone, and welcome to this presentation of high school hockey on Up North Hockey. My name is Blake Mortensen. Joining me is Eric Johns for this matchup between the Spuds and Thunderhawks from the IRA Civic Center. Eric, how's it going?
Good hockey game. Too bad there wasn't a JV game, but we understand the circumstances. But I think that we talked to the coach earlier from Moorhead, started second half of the season. Their first game of the year, they started out playing Grand Rapids. Grand Rapids won 3-0. So it's going to be like Coach said, now you've kind of felt each other out, kind of know what's going to happen. That was in their barn. Now they're in our barn. I think that this place always has a little home ice advantage, especially when the stands are completely packed. So it won't be packed tonight, but I think we're going to get a great hockey game.
We'll step aside here. Player sponsor ads. It's the 2017 State Championship for Class AA rematch coming your way next from the IRA Civic Center. Zambonis are out in between warm-ups, and we'll have the starting lineups, national anthem, and opening face-off from the IRA Civic Center coming up on Up North Hockey. The Rink Sports Grill in Eveleth offers casual family dining in a hockey-themed atmosphere. Try one of their daily specials or your favorites from the menu. The Rink Sports Grill offers 8 large-screen TVs and 2 10-foot projection screens, so you never have to miss a minute of the game. The rink also offers large and small group seating with meeting areas available. Full menu, limited menu, or buffet, they can cater your event, party, or meeting. That's the Rink Sports Grill at 301 Hattrick Avenue in Eveleth. Check them out today. Stop by Iron Range Apparel for all your Minnesota-themed clothing and home decor. Located in the Thunderbird Mall in Virginia, Iron Range Apparel offers lake cabin and home decor along with a large variety of apparel. Grab a hockey hoodie for the rink or a winter hat for the cold Minnesota weather. Iron Range Apparel also offers wholesale pricing and custom screen printing. Find them on Facebook and Instagram or shop online at ironrange.shop, and good luck to all the players. Minnesota Twist Drill is a proud sponsor of Up North Hockey and wish best of luck to all players on the season ahead and to have fun. For all your heating, air conditioning, and refrigeration needs in the Grand Rapids area, call Tony from Anthony's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Refrigeration at 218-256-1092 or find them on Facebook at Anthony's Heating, AC, and Refrigeration, LLC. G&B Environmental specializes in proactive air and water filtration services, HVAC coil protection, cottonwood screen insulation for cooling units, UV light air purification systems, and electrostatic disinfectant spraying for COVID-19 and other contagions. Give them a call at 1-800-466-2018 or visit gbenvironmental.com. Winnie Trading Post is your one-stop shop on the way to the lake. Located 12 miles north of Deer River on Highway 46 by Lake Winnipegosh, Winnie Trading Post offers gas, food, bait, propane, and everything in between. Find them on Facebook by searching Winnie Trading Post or stop by on your next trip to the lake. All right, we're here with Moorhead head coach John Ammerman. Thanks for joining us. And how do you feel about the season so far?
Just like we were mentioning off the air, it's been a really fun year in the fact that we have a little normalcy. Obviously everybody knows that there's a number of things that are dynamic. Like just before, we just added a JV game that got canceled because of different COVID stuff. So every day, honestly, is a new battle and a new distraction. But it's been really fun to be with the kids in what we are able to do. Like locker rooms are limited, bus trips are limited, overnights are limited, but the on ice has been normal, to be honest. We're a young team that's kind of learning on the fly, and with the condensed schedule that it is, there frankly isn't a lot of times like there is, throughout the year, especially you have a week, 4 games, weeks throughout the season where you have a week off to work on some things. Right now, lucky if we get 2 practices in a row to work. So it's kind of flying by the seat of your pants, not only in scheduling and administrative things. It's going to be another test and see where we're at throughout the state. But the on-ice hockey has been a lot of fun, and hopefully the last 3 weeks are just as much fun going forward.
So in game number 1, your team lost to Grand Rapids 3-0 back at your rink. How are you looking to bounce back here tonight in game number 2?
Well, we definitely we had a lot of wide eyes that first night. Obviously starting a season with a lot of new players in any season, it's tough. And when you play against not only one of the best teams, but arguably the best player in the state in the very first game, you learn a lot in a hurry, and one of the things you learn is you have a long ways to go. So we think now through 10, 12 games that we at least have some type of an identity. We're not the biggest team, we're not the fastest team. I do like the way that we work, and I think we're going to be tough to play against. We still have to get more physical, we still have to find more ways to score goals. We've really only had one line of scoring, but we're getting there, and thankfully we still have 3 weeks, so hopefully this is another step in the right direction tonight.
All right, last question. 1 to 10, how much do you like coming to Grand Rapids and playing here at the IRA Civic Center?
Honestly, this is probably, with an exception to Memorial and Roseau, my family's from Roseau. My mom and dad both graduated, so that's a little bit of a unique situation, but IRA is one of, if not the best high school facility in the state. It's going to be a little disappointing that there are limited fans, just because not only is it a beautiful rink, but the atmosphere is second to none. So it's a long trek, but it's a fun trek, and it's always a competitive game.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
Not cool.
All right, we apologize about that, everyone. A few issues with our audio here. So please bear with us. Sounds like it's better right now, but teams are on the ice here for the starting lineups. Again, we have the Moorhead Spuds and the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks coming your way next on Up North Hockey. Hope you're able to listen to that interview with Moorhead head coach John Ammerman. I understand it was a little scratchy there.
We could always run it again later if it starts to clear up so everybody can hear it again, Blake. We'll get more
Yeah.
people on, they can hear it again.
Yeah. Starting a net for the Moorhead Spuds here tonight is number 30, Will Kunka. Comes into this game with a record of 6-5-1, goals against average of 2.20, and a save percentage of .926. Starting defenseman on the left side, number 23, Joe Grammer. And on the right side, number 21, Luke Leonard. And on at center is going to be number 6, Max Dronen. Left wing, number 22, Aaron Ryerson. And at right wing, number 19, Harper Bentz. Now for Grand Rapids, starting a net tonight will be the sophomore Miles Gunderson, making his first career start. Grand Rapids is missing 6 players due to COVID. Wyatt Pilkington, the starting goaltender, he's started every game this season. Also, Blaine Mortensen, number 3, is out. Will Stauffer, number 6. Wade Brous, number 11. Kyle Hankey, number 19, and goaltender Zach Lagergren, number 35. 6 players out for Grand Rapids here tonight for this game against Moorhead. Starting a goal, like I said, Miles Gunderson, his first career varsity start. Starting on the first defense, number 5, the junior Easton Young. At the other defense, the senior number 23, Jack Peart. First forward, the senior number 9, Braden Holcomb. The next forward, the junior number 10, Joey Del Greco. And the final forward, number 12, Hunter Bischoff, the senior. So we'll have the national anthem here. Opening puck drop coming your way next from the IRA Civic Center. All right, the rematch of the 2017 Class AA State Championship between Moorhead and Grand Rapids is just about to get underway here from the IRA Civic Center. Eric, I'm excited for this one.
I am. I think this is going to be Grand Rapids' biggest challenge so far this year in their own building. They've had a couple of real good games, in the building. Duluth East was a good game. Brainerd is a good game. But I think that this is going to be a test for them, missing a few players, a few of the starter players. But they filled in. I think they're going to be fine as far as that goes. And this is not a bad – this Moorhead team is young, but they have beat Roseville this year. They have lost some really, really close games. They've won some really good games. So I expect to see one whale of a hockey game here.
And you talk about that home, their toughest test at home. Grand Rapids does have a 3-0 home record so far. But you're right about that. Toughest test at home so far. And then they have Warwood on Saturday, another tough test right here at the IRA Civic Center.
They got this game, they got Warroad, they got Roseville, Duluth East. In the next week and a half, they're going to be busy.
This Moorhead team is very young. Only 5 skaters, seniors on this team, 7 seniors total. 2 of them are goaltenders, including the starting goaltender, Will Kunka. We are underway from the IRA Civic Center. It's the Spuds and Thunderhawks on Up North Hockey. It's going to be shot all the way down by Easton Young into the Moorhead zone on the near side here along the half wall. Moorhead trying to drive out with it, sent all the way back down, across the ice by Hunter Bischoff. Now up at the point. It will be kept in by Young. Still on the far side, controlled by Holcomb. Holcomb sends it to Peart. Peart misses the net. Puck hits the backboards. Now Battleford still in the Spud zone. Still kept in by Easton Young as he shoots it down. Now it's finally going to be carried out by the Spuds, number 26, Max Dronin. Dronin is the leading scorer on this Moorhead team. He has 7 goals, 7 assists for 14 points. He's a senior. Then the next 2 league scorers for Moorhead, Harper Bentz. He's a sophomore, 7 goals, 5 assists for 12 points. Then another sophomore, Aaron Ryerson, with 6 goals, 3 assists for 9 points. Very young team here for Moorhead.
They're going to be good in the next couple of years. They got good numbers, it sounds like, too.
Of course, a very good youth program in Moorhead. Here come the Spuds the other way. Opportunity, number 3, Gavin Lindberg can't put the puck on net. Now the Thunderhawks pick it up, coming the other way. Here's Garrett Drotz. Sent out front now. Shot there by number 24, Sam Sturl. Shot right on there, and a save by the goaltender Kunka. Back behind the net now in the Moorhead zone. Picked up by number 12, Grant Frisch, sends it up the far sideboards. Now play at neutral. Here's Morkway, sends it off the boards. Back in the Moorhead zone. Now for the Spuds is Frisch. Frisch sends it behind the net over to number 4, Joe Schiller. Now in the far corner, a battle for it. It's again just getting underway here from the IRA Civic Center. 15:05 remaining in period 1. Shot right on there by Grand Rapids' Sam Sturl. Now here come the Spuds the other way, brought in by Thomas Schrader, number 18. Now Bonner picks it up in his own zone, shoots it up the boards, kept in by the Spuds. Now in the near corner in the Grand Rapids zone. Now up at the point. Sturl trying to drive it out, kept in by the Spuds, and now it will be flipped out by Ren Morkway. Stoppage of play, looks like the puck hit one of the players on the benches.
Yeah, very good start for Grand Rapids. Got the puck in there. Defense are kind of pinching a little bit, pushing the issue to keep the puck in there. I seen something that I like to see, and I told you this before. Number 26, Max Drogan, he got the puck and he couldn't find no one to pass to, just carried out of his zone.
Here's Peart for the Thunderhawks, sends it to neutral. Front of the benches, sent right back in by the Spuds. Chasing for it for Moorhead is Ryerson. He gets bumped off the play by Peart. Now on the far side, Del Greco's going to flip it out, shoots it all the way down. And we have an icing with 14:12 remaining in period 1.
You know, I've talked about that earlier this year, Blake, a few times. A lot of these guys, you know, in a lot of games we've done, defensemen can't find someone to head man the puck to get it out of the zone. I'm a firm believer if your defenseman's good enough to take it out, get it out of your zone, get it out of danger.
Face off in the Grand Rapids zone to the right of Miles Gunderson. Over in the far corner, sent behind the net by Del Greco. Now here's Young behind the goaltender Gunderson. Sent up to Del Greco. Del Greco driving in. He gets tripped up there. No penalty on the play there. Here come the Spuds. Ryerson up to Dronin. Max Dronin shot. Pad save there by Gunderson. Now the Thunderhawks are going to flip it out to center ice. And sent right back out by Grammer. Here come the Spuds now, poked away by Sturl. Sturl picks it up now, drops it back to Del Greco. Del Greco skating up with it now. Up to Bischoff. And Dratz is going to be way offside there. Stoppage of play. 13-19 remaining in period one. Scoreless between Moorhead and Grand Rapids.
Well, Blake, I have to admit, I do believe the referees missed one, and Coach Chido is not happy about that. That was a missed call. Del Greco was tripped. He slid all the way into the goalie, into the Moorhead crease. You could hear Wade Chido voice his opinion up here.
Back in the Moorhead zone. Sent behind the net now. As it's controlled by Joe Schiller. Back behind the net on the far side now. Thunderhawks keep it in. Here's Schiller once again. Sends it behind the net. Over to Grant Frisch. Back to Schiller now behind the net. Up to the near side. Ian Ness now. Can't drive it out. Thunderhawks keep it in. Schiller once again. Up to the half wall. Ness backhands it off the boards and will get it out. Play at neutral now. Tipped in by DeMars. DeMars gets knocked off the play along the half wall. Now up at the point. Morquay with a shot right on. Glove save there for the goaltender, Will Kunka of Moorhead.
You know, that's another thing we were talking about just a minute ago. Grand Rapids is really pressuring them. They're putting the pressure on them. They're flying. The defense are pinching. Rin Morquay, the way he pinched that one, he kept it in. Moorhead couldn't get the puck out.
Like we mentioned, this is the rematch of the 2017 Class AA State Championship. Of course, Grand Rapids won that 6-3. And the banner's up here in the IRA Civic Center, of course. Now the Spuds are going to be offside here. Should have been offside. And Moorhead dumps it in. Now Easton Young's going to send it up the boards. As Wyatt Holcomb tries sending it out. Kept in by Moorhead. Here's Jack Peart now over to Young. Can't connect on the pass. Now up at the point. It's shot in by Joe Grammer. In the far corner now, Young once again gets it poked away. Now over to Peart. Peart on the near side. Skates it up, can't get it out. Shot right back in by Schrader. Will be brought out by the Thunderhawks. Up to Bonner. Bonner trying to make a pass there. Gets it intercepted by Ryerson. Ryerson through neutral. Gets it poked away by Young. But now flipped in by the Spuds, Joe Schiller. Sent up the boards by Joey Del Greco. Play at center ice. Del Greco comes in and picks it up. Del Greco shot. Hit the glove of goaltender Kunka there. And went to the corner on the far side. Spuds trying to send it out. Kept in by Holcomb. Shot. Fires it just wide. On the far side once again. Moorhead trying to drive out here. Now poke check by the goaltender Kunka. Back to the corner. Holcomb up to the point to Sam Sturl. Now play out front. Penalty coming up on Moorhead, I believe. Grand Rapids will be heading to the power play here shortly. Grand Rapids on the season, their power play is 35%, and the Spuds penalty kill 94%.
That 35%, that just has to come up. I mean, it has to. I mean, you got to score goals. When you got the firepower that Grand Rapids has, they have to capitalize on these. You know, I say 50% minimum on a good hockey team is what their power play should be. They got a great penalty kill, though. And you said, what's Moorhead's penalty kill? 95?
94% penalty kill for Moorhead.
Excellent.
That's really good, yes. So Grand Rapids power play unit out. Moorhead sends it all the way down. It's going to be played by Miles Gunderson. Now coming in to pick it up is Red Morquay. Morquay, the junior defenseman, tries fighting a pass there, can't connect. It's going to be sent all the way back down by Moorhead. Once again, coming in is Morquay. 10-10 remaining in period 1. A minute 20 remaining on the power play for Grand Rapids. Sent up to Kerr. Justin Kerr. Now picked up by Moorhead's Dronin. Dronin driving in. Gets bumped off the play by Young. Now a shot there by number 3, Gavin Lindberg. Another shot blocked away by the Thunderhawks. 1 minute remaining on the power play for Grand Rapids. Looking to get something going here. Here's Peart. Over to Young now. Through neutral. Young deep in the zone now. Over to Holcomb on the far side. Holcomb passes it up to Peart at the point. Now Del Greco. Down to Holcomb. Holcomb centers it out front. Bischoff with a shot right on there. Big save by the goaltender Will Kunka. Back up at the point. Grand Rapids still controls. Del Greco. Shot doesn't get through traffic there. That was sent up the boards by Moorhead. Back to Del Greco. Now Peart. Now Young. Easton Young tries finding a pass there. 13 seconds remaining on the PP for Grand Rapids. Out to Bischoff. Can't get his shot off there. Up to Peart. Down to Young. Shot there. Kunka didn't know where it was at there, and he makes a save. Another shot by Peart. And Moorhead successfully kills off the penalty with 8:39 remaining in period 1. Here's Holcomb. Up to Young at the point. Young shot right on, scores! Easton Young gets the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks on the board first right after the power play. 8:29 remaining in period 1. 1-0 Grand Rapids.
Excellent puck movement by Grand Rapids on that power play. I mean, Easton Young cycled in. He got stuck in there, and I think it was meant to be. He got in there, and he played on that post, on the right-hand post for the longest time. Joey Del Greco covered for him. They switched. They got back out. The puck was given to him by Braden Holcomb. Got him the puck. Very nice shot. Kept it low on the ice. I love to see that. Grand Rapids up 1-0. Shots are 7-1 in favor of Grand Rapids right now. Mm. 8:18 left in the first period. Shot 7-1 Grand Rapids. Grand Rapids up 1-0 on a power play goal by Easton Young. And I'm pretty sure they said assist was to Braden Holcomb. Passed him that puck.
Yes, I believe there's only one assist on that goal, Braden Holcomb. Time of the goal is 8:31 of the first period. 1-0 in favor of Grand Rapids. Face off here in the neutral zone in front of the Grand Rapids bench. One back by the Spuds. It's going to be shot in by number 12, Grant Frisch. Deep in the Thunderhawks zone. DeMars picks it up. He'll try poking it out. Kept in by Moorhead. Now here's Sam Sturl. Cross the ice to Morquay. And it was sent up to Kerr. Couldn't handle it. Now here's Harper Bentz. Over to Drone and gets it poked away. Spuds control once again. Trying to put a shot through. Blocked away by Morquay. Morquay trying to send it up to DeMars. Can't connect. Now all the way back in the Spuds zone. In the far corner. Sent behind the net to Leonard. Leonard gets knocked off the play. Now sent up the half wall to neutral. All the way back in the Grand Rapids zone. Here's Sam Sturl. Sturl through neutral up to DeMars. DeMars battling for it with the Spuds. Now the Spuds will come out with it. Cody Martinson. Martinson shot right on there from the half wall. Miles Gunderson with the save.
Yeah, you know, that long pass, I love to see it. It was nice they caught Hayden DeMars up on the blue line. Hayden come in and just couldn't get the shot off. He took the shot, but he missed the puck actually. So Grand Rapids moving the puck well. Moorhead, they're just kind of running right now.
Here's Peart skating it out. Peart through neutral. Now out front, trying to put a shot there was Ben Bonner. Ben Bonner getting some playing time right now. Also out there for Grand Rapids. Shot there by Ben Bonner.
How did that not go in the net? What a save. Jack Peart carried it in and was passed it from almost at the goal line to the front, right on the tape of Ben Bonner. Very, very nice play.
Face off here in the Spud zone. One back by Grand Rapids, trying to send it over to the point. It's going to be brought up by the Spuds. Number 16, Carson Triggs. Out front, goes behind the net now. Battle for it. Spuds come away with it there momentarily. Now Grand Rapids will pick it up to Young. Young sends it out, gloved by number 23, Joe Grammer, and now dumped in by Luke Leonard. Here's Peart, deep in the Grand Rapids zone. Thunderhawks Bischoff up to Holcomb. Rapids stays outside, and Young's going to send it all the way in as the puck wraps around the boards. Back up at the point, shot by Sturl, number 24. Fires it over the net, hits the glass. Now on the far side, still in the Moorhead zone. 6 minutes remaining in period one. It's 1-0 in favor of Grand Rapids. Of course, Easton Young scoring that goal to give the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks a 1-0 lead over Moorhead. Now in the Thunderhawks zone, Moorhead controls. Shot out front, big save there for Gunderson. It was tipped there by number 16, Carson Triggs. And a big save there for the sophomore netminder for Grand Rapids, Gunderson. Back behind the net now in the Moorhead zone. It's going to be carried up by Harper Bentz to Ryerson now. Bentz coming in to pick it up, gets it poked away. Now Kerr sends it down to the corner. Kerr picks it up and sends it behind the net. Here's Morquay now. Morquay sends it through neutral. And it's going to go all the way down for an icing.
You know, that was a nice save. Really nice save by Gunderson. Really wasn't a shot, but it was a puck that kind of was there. If he wouldn't have did it, you know, he got a hold of it. The Spud player was coming through after the play, and I think there was a chance that he could have he could have put it in, clear open net.
All the way back in the Moorhead zone, coming in to pick it up. DeMar's backhand shot goes wide to the far side now. Moorhead will tip it out. Play at neutral. Young cross ice over to Peart. Peart sends it into the Moorhead zone. Along the near half wall. Spuds will shoot it out now. No icing there on the play as Young sends it behind the net. Now Peart back to Young. Young fires it up ice. No icing there on the play. Tip as it was tipped by number 17, Garrett Drutz. Now Moorhead's going to tip it in deep in the zone. Morquay now. Over to Sam Sturl. And it's going to be backhanded out by Wyatt Holcomb. Bonner now. Bonner trying to make a pass there, blocked away by the Spuds. Over in the far corner now, sent up to the point, kept in by Sam Sturl. Shoots it on net, and it's covered up by the goaltender Kunka.
Good hustle by these Grand Rapids Thunderhawks right now. That is a really, really good hustle that they've got going on. They just need to keep plugging away here. Shots 9-3 in favor of the Thunderhawks right now.
Well, we apologize, folks. We're still having some audio issues here. It seems like it's cutting in and out. So we're gonna have to try to figure that out in between the first and second periods here. 3:50 remaining in period one. Still 1-0 in favor of Grand Rapids. Brought in by number 13, Justin Stahlberger. Now Grand Rapids the other way, dumped in by Wyatt Holcomb deep in the zone. Going back to retreat with it is Colby Creer. Creer sends it to neutral, now in front of the benches. Now back in the Grand Rapids zone. Morquay up to Young. Young sends it down to the near side. Now the puck goes behind the net over to the far side. Back to the near corner now. Now over on the far side, here's Joe Grammer. Grammer sends it out. Young up to Del Greco. Now here's Peart. Peart's going to flip it in, and gloved by the senior goaltender, Will Kunka.
You know, Blake, here's a little piece of information Greg Johnson just sent us. Ben Trombley and Dante Lawson squaring off against each other tonight in Cloquet, playing against each other. Teammates of that runner-up team for Coleraine in 2019.
So who's playing on the Wilderness then? I thought Dante played for Minot, and I thought Trombley played for Bismarck.
Yeah, well, evidently, maybe are they in playoffs or something? Maybe, who knows?
I'm not sure. They could be.
Somebody might have got traded.
Play continues here, picked up by Del Greco for Grand Rapids. Can't get a shot on net there. Now trying to send it to the point, but intercepted by number 22, Aaron Ryerson. Ryerson over to Dronin. Dronin shot hits the back of the netting. Now out front, shot there. That goes wide by Bentz. Here comes Peart the other way now for Grand Rapids. Young over to Kerr. And the Moorhead defenseman tried just clearing it away and went towards the net. Luckily for Moorhead, Kunko was there for the save.
You know, I was watching this number 26 for Moorhead, this Max Dronin. Very, very strong on his skates. I mean, is he a sophomore?
He's a senior.
He's a senior. Very, very strong. Defensive end and offensive end. A very good player.
DeMars sends it back to Sturl. Sturl shot right on from the point. Another save there for Kunka. 2:07 remaining in period one. 1-0 in favor of Grand Rapids. And the shots on goal, 13-3 in favor of the Thunderhawks as well.
Yeah, if anybody hears the audio, just let us know what's going on. If something's breaking or something's not, just let us know what's going on, please.
Brought out by Moorhead, 2 minutes remaining in period one. Brought in by Ian Ness. Shot that deflects off Morquay's stick. Ooh. Now here comes Grand Rapids the other way. DeMars gets it poked away. Now Drotz will bring it in. Drotz gets bumped off the play. Here's Creer. Up to Ian Ness. Intercepted by Grand Rapids Drotz. Drotz can't handle it. Now puck goes to the far corner. Battle for it now in the Moorhead zone back behind the net. Now over to the near corner, picked up by Colby Creer. Creer sends it out. And now Sam Sturl's going to go back and pick it up to his brother Henry Sturl. Sturl gets it poked away. Moorhead driving in on the far side. Now a battle for it in the far corner. Back to the backboards now behind the net. Morquay picks it up now. Now over to Sam Sturl. 1 minute remaining in period number one. 1-0 in favor of Grand Rapids. Morquay here up to Bonner. Bonner sends it off the boards, trying to find a pass there. It's going to go all the way down. Here's Joe Grammer for Moorhead. Finds Martinson on the pass. Martinson gets it poked away by Peart. Here's Del Greco now. Del Greco driving in all alone. Nice play there by the defenseman, number 12, Grant Frisch. He knocked it away. Del Greco pretty much had a breakaway there. Now puck on net, and it's still loose out front. Now it's going to be sent all the way down by Moorhead. It will go down for an icing with 14 seconds remaining in period one.
Not really sure how that puck squirted out of there like that. It sure looked like the goalie had it, and if not him, one of his players was on it. So it squirted out of there, and luckily for Moorhead, it didn't squirt the other way. And it was an icing call. We got a face off to the left of the Moorhead goalie.
I'm back by Grand Rapids. Peart. Now Holcomb trying to put a shot through there, got blocked away. Another icing there against Moorhead. Only 6 seconds remaining in period one. Shots on goal, 14-3 in favor of the Thunderhawks.
Yeah, that Will Conka, the goalie for Moorhead, he's made a couple really tough saves. That Del Greco save, that was good because Del Greco used his speed and got around the defender. But like said, 6 seconds left here.
One back by Grand Rapids to Young, sends it down to the far corner. Time will tick down. And that's going to do it for period number one from the IRA Civic Center. Our score after 1 period of play, 1-0 in favor of Grand Rapids. We'll step aside here, play our sponsor ads, and we'll be back for the first period stats coming up here on Up North Hockey. The Rink Sports Grill in Eveleth offers casual family dining in a hockey-themed atmosphere. Try one of their daily specials or your favorites from the menu. The Rink Sports Grill offers 8 large-screen TVs and 2 10-foot projection screens, so you never have to miss a minute of the game. The Rink also offers large and small group seating with meeting areas available. Full menu, limited menu, or buffet, they can cater your event, party, or meeting. That's the Rink Sports Grill at 301 Hattrick Avenue in Eveleth. Check them out today. Stop by Iron Range Apparel for all your Minnesota-themed clothing and home decor. Located in the Thunderbird Mall in Virginia, Iron Range Apparel offers lake cabin and home decor along with a large variety of apparel. Grab a hockey hoodie for the rink or a winter hat for the cold Minnesota weather. Iron Range Apparel also offers wholesale pricing and custom screen printing. Find them on Facebook and Instagram or shop online at ironrange.shop, and good luck to all the players. Minnesota Twist Drill is a proud sponsor of Up North Hockey and wish best of luck to all players on the season ahead and to have fun. For all your heating, air conditioning, and refrigeration needs in the Grand Rapids area, call Tony from Anthony's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Refrigeration at 218-256-1092 or find them on Facebook at Anthony's Heating, AC, and Refrigeration, LLC. G&B Environmental specializes in proactive air and water filtration services, HVAC coil protection, cottonwood screen insulation for cooling units, UV light air purification systems, and electrostatic disinfectant spraying for COVID-19 and other contagions. Give them a call at 1-800-466-2018 or visit gbenvironmental.com. Winnie Trading Post is your one-stop shop on the way to the lake. Located 12 miles north of Deer River on Highway 46 by Lake Winnebagosh, Winnie Trading Post offers gas, food, bait, propane, and everything in between. Find them on Facebook by searching Winnie Trading Post or stop by on your next trip to the lake. All right, we're here with Moorhead head coach John Ammerman. Thanks for joining us. And how do you feel about the season so far?
Just like we were mentioning off the air, it's been a really fun year in the fact that we have a little normalcy. Obviously everybody knows that there's a number of things that are dynamic. Like just before, we just added a JV game that got canceled because of different COVID stuff. So. Every day, honestly, is a new battle and a new distraction, but it's been really fun to be with the kids in what we are able to do. Like locker rooms are limited, bus trips are limited, overnights are limited, but the on ice has been pretty normal, to be honest. we're a young team that's kind of learning on the fly, and with the condensed schedule that it is, there frankly isn't a lot of practice times like there is, throughout the year where, throughout the year, especially early, you have a week or two before games start, and then you have intermittent weeks throughout the season where you have a week off to work on some things. Right now, we're lucky if we get 2 practices in a row to work. So it's kind of flying by the seat of your pants, not only in scheduling and administrative things, but also learning the game. And I credit our kids. They, coming in with the limited amount of experience that they have, we're seeing strides. Tonight's going to be another test and see where we're at throughout the state. But, the on-ice hockey has been a lot of fun, and hopefully the last 3 weeks are just as much fun going forward.
So in game number 1, your team lost to Grand Rapids 3-0 back at your rink. How are you looking to bounce back here tonight in game number 2?
Well, we definitely we had a lot of wide eyes that first night. Obviously starting a season with a lot of new players in any season, it's tough. And when you play against not only one of the best teams, but arguably the best player in the state in the very first game, you learn a lot in a hurry. And one of the things you learn is you have a long ways to go. So we think now through 10, 12 games that we at least have some type of an identity. We're not the biggest team. We're not the fastest team. I do like the way that we work. And I think we're going to be tough to play against. We still have to get more physical. We still have to find more ways to score goals. We've really only had one line of scoring, but we're getting there. And thankfully, we still have 3 weeks. So hopefully this is another step in the right direction tonight.
All right, last question. 1 to 10, how much do you like coming to Grand Rapids and playing here at the IRA Civic Center?
Honestly, this is probably, with an exception to Memorial and Roseau, my family's from Roseau. My mom and dad both graduated, so that's a little bit of a unique situation. But IRA is one of, if not the best high school facility in the state. It's going to be a little disappointing that there are limited fans, just because not only is it a beautiful rink, but the atmosphere is second to none. So it's a long trek, but it's a fun trek, and it's always a competitive game.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, welcome back, everyone, to the IRA Civic Center in Grand Rapids. We are in between our first and second periods. Once again, 1-0 in favor of Grand Rapids over Moorhead after one period of play. Shots on goal, 14-3, also in favor of Grand Rapids. Just recapping the scoring. 1 goal for Grand Rapids, scored at the 8:31 mark. Well, the first period score on the goal was number 5, Easton Young, with the single assist to number 9, Braden Holcomb.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Grand Rapids come out, they were on fire. They have not played a game since February 11th. And so for them to come back out, skated hard. I think Moorhead played, back on their heels a little bit because they got right away. They just got, kind of overwhelmed, I think, right away. Grand Rapids came out on fire. But, something I noticed, Blake, earlier by looking at this stuff. Now, Grand Rapids up to this point had played 8 hockey games. 7-1's their record. They have only allowed 137 shots in 8 games. I mean, that's a super, super low number. And then you turn around and you look at Moorhead. Moorhead, the goalie, they have allowed 367 shots on goal in 12 games. So Grand Rapids defense is, that's the bread and butter on this team. Plus they got firepower that's emerging as the season goes on. So I expect we're missing a couple players. I think they're doing well picking up over it. The people that stepped in, I noted Ben Bonner out there almost got himself a goal. Wyatt Holcomb, he's out there and he's hustling. He's stepping in and filling up a little void here. Some of the other guys that are on the team, they're stepping back. I watched Justin Kerr step back and play defense. Excellent job playing defense. Just kind of filling in a void where it needs to be done right now. And so this Grand Rapids team is working together.
In other news, we would like to congratulate Grand Rapids senior forward number 7, John Bonner, on his commitment to St. Scholastica to play football.
Both the running backs for Grand Rapids this year, Caden Hofstad and John Bonner, are going to St. Scholastica on scholarships. Excellent, excellent, excellent job. I just watch them play. I know both they're great gentlemen. John is probably one of the most polite persons I've ever met. It's just amazing. And his twin brother, same thing, Ben. So it's amazing that they're going to go play football together, him and Caden. So congratulations to both of them.
The puck has dropped for the second period of play from the IRA Civic Center. Here come the Spuds the other way right off the faceoff shot. Still loose out front. Puck goes in, but the net's off. The referee did not call it a goal, so that's going to be no goal, but a storming chance there for the Spuds. 10 seconds into the second period.
Well, Rapids defenseman kind of fumbled a little bit, fell backwards, and I think that the 22 for he came for Moorhead, he came in, and I think Gunderson would have saved the puck anyways. I think when he was hit and pushed around, that's how the puck got by him and in the net, but the net was knocked off first. So good call by the referee.
Controlled by Grand Rapids in their own zone, brought out by Holcomb. Up to Young now. Young gets it poked away by Grammer. Young picks it up. Notice Young and Peart are playing very offensively here tonight. They're getting involved in the offensive zone. And you just saw it there with Young. He was deep in the Moorhead zone there, playing the puck.
And there goes Jack now.
Deep in the Moorhead zone. Peart will come away with it. Now over to Holcomb. Back to Peart in the near corner. Peart sends it out front. Shot, scores! Hunter Bischoff makes it 2-0. 50 seconds into the second period of play.
All Jack Peart. Took the puck in the zone. You were just talking about it, Blake, how Peart and Young are jumping up in the offensive zone. He took the puck in the zone. He carried behind the net. He got it, kind of lost it, fought for it back. He has enough sense, instead of just taking it and throwing it out, he turned around and looked across, and he sent it across right in front of the goal crease over to Hunter Bischoff, put it in a wide open net. Make it 2-0, 16:04 left in the second period.
So scoring the goal was number 12, Hunter Bischoff. First assist to number 23, Jack Peart. And the second assist to number 9, Braden Holcomb. 2 points tonight for Braden Holcomb. 2 assists. Time of that goal was 50 seconds of the second period.
Well, Braden had started out, he had that sore shoulder. And that is excellent. He'd working hard. He's throwing body checks around. That's what, needs to be done. He's a physical player, plus he's got a lot of skill. So it's good to have him playing at full speed now.
New call-ups tonight for Grand Rapids. On the bench, number 14 defenseman Mitchell Hausen. Also number 21, Hayden Davis, also a defenseman. And the backup goalie for tonight's game, number 35, Gavin True. Play here in the Grand Rapids zone, up at the point of battle for it. Now the referee will finally blow the whistle. That's tough. I usually don't blow, as a referee myself, I usually don't blow the whistle. After about maybe 10 or 15 seconds, I might blow the whistle, but I think you should just let the players play it out.
Yeah, you know what? The biggest thing is I think when you get older, Blake, I think you let them play it out. There's going to be some scrums. There's going to be some words exchanged. There's going to be some stuff exchanged that could get out of control, so sometimes that's a good whistle.
Tipped in by Morquay, deep in the zone. Going back to pick it up is Schiller. Schiller up to the near side. Here's Martinson. Now driven in by Schrader. Backhand shot goes wide of the net. Here comes DeMars driving out of the zone. And sent right back in by Moorhead. It's played there by Gunderson. Now Morquay shovels it up the boards. Picked up by Moorhead's number 22, Aaron Ryerson. Ryerson trying to drive to the net, broken up by Morquay. Now battle for it along the backboards. Sent out front. Drotz sends it up the zone. And it will be kept in by Moorhead's number 12, Grant Frisch. Another battle for it along the backboards. 14:23 remaining in period 2. It's 2-0 in favor of Grand Rapids. Now we're going to have a penalty coming up on holding penalty on Grand Rapids. It looks like Morquay heading to the box.
Yeah, yes, I can't kind of deny that one. That one was he was holding the player. The player just couldn't move up the boards. I think just in the heated action, that's just happened. You grab a hold of him. You don't really think about it, but that's exactly how it goes down.
So Moorhead's first power play of the game here. So their power play unit is out. So Moorhead's power play on the season is 25%. Grand Rapids penalty kill is 83% on the season. Play still in the Grand Rapids zone now, intercepted by Peart. Peart sends it up the far boards. It's going to go all the way down. Back behind the net now, a battle for it. Moorhead comes away with it. Here's Joe Schiller. Schiller sends it across the ice. Now out front, trying to find Ryerson. Can't connect on the pass. Now back to neutral. Here's Grammer. Grammer driving up with it. Over to Ryerson. Now back up to the point to Grammer. Shot there, blocked away by Peart. And Peart's once again going to send it all the way down. A minute remaining on the power play for Moorhead. They trail 2-0 with 3:05 remaining in period 2. Here come the Spuds, brought in by number 3, I believe. Yeah, number 3, Gavin Lindberg. Once again, shot all the way down by Grand Rapids. Treating back to get it is Frisch. Frisch skating up with it now to neutral through center ice. Sends it over to number 13, Justin Stahlborger. Now back to neutral. Here's Ian Ness. Back to Frisch. Now backhanded in by Lindberg. Deep in the zone. 10 seconds remaining on the PP for Moorhead. Moorhead controls in their offensive zone. Stahlberger now out front trying to find Ness. Can't connect on the pass. Morquay back out on the ice now. Grand Rapids back to full strength. Here's John Botter now driving in with the puck. He gets knocked off the play. Now deep in the zone. Coming in is Justin Kerr. Puck goes up and out of play. Stoppage of play with 12:01 remaining in period 2.
Must have caught that net. I didn't see it catch that net. I just seen it come down in Kerr's hand. But that was a good penalty kill. Jack Peart kind of controlled that. He iced the puck 3 times. Excellent job by Grand Rapids penalty kill.
Moorhead wins it back in their own zone. And it leaves the zone to center ice. Controlled by Grand Rapids. Garrett Drotz. Drotz tried to drive it out. Will flip it out now. And it's going to be shot right back in by the Spuds. Number 21, Luke Leonard. Now puck goes on net. Save there for Gunderson. On the near side now. Moorhead will keep it in. Tipped in by Leonard. Back behind the net over to Sturl. Up to DeMars now. DeMars through neutral. C falls down now. Play in the Moorhead zone. Morquay sends it back down to the backboards. Now on the near side. As it's set to cross the ice over to number 18, Thomas Schrader. Schrader loses it to Wyatt Holcomb. Puck was out front of the net there for a moment. Now brought out by Grand Rapids to neutral. Penalty coming up on the Moorhead Spuds here. It's going to be a tripping minor. And this will be Grand Rapids' second power play of the night.
It was obvious penalty, but something what Coach Scheidl's doing right now, he just put out that fourth line just to get his guys a little breather, get them, because they've been skating hard. Moorhead's coming hard to this period. We knew this was going to be a fast game, so glad to see that those guys can help out and get these guys a breather.
That's Joe Grammer, number 23 in the box. 2-minute minor for tripping. Grand Rapids power play unit out, up at the point to Peart. Fires it wide. Now Del Greco's going to pick it up. Over to Holcomb. Holcomb in the near corner. Up to Peart at the point. Now over to Young. Young back to Peart. Now over to Del Greco. Shot blocked away by number 21, Luke Leonard. Peart. Now intercepted by number 19, Harper Bent. He sends it out to neutral. Peart at center ice. Backhands it up to Del Greco. Now here's Bischoff. Bischoff behind the net. Up to Young. Young skates in, now stops. Sends it up to Peart at the point. Cross ice over to Del Greco. Del Greco shot goes right of the net and wide. Young. Peart now trying to send it towards the net. Blocked away by Bent. He's sent all the way down by Moorhead. 52 seconds remaining on the power play for Grand Rapids. They still lead 2-0 over Moorhead. 9:32 remaining in period 2. Del Greco now in the near corner, a battle for it. Holcomb trying to send it up to the point. It will be kept in there momentarily by Morquay, now poked out by the Spuds. Here's Young. Up to Morquay. Morquay shoots it in. Puck wraps around the boards up to the near side now. Now Sturl at the point. Across to Morquay. Now Kerr, shot. Deflects off the goaltender Kunka. And goes up and out of play.
You know, one thing I noticed, Blake, and you may have seen it from this angle, we are too. Joey Del Greco, he just wasn't shooting the net, the puck. He had picked out a spot to put that puck in the net, and he just barely missed that. So, you know, these guys, they're moving the puck well, shooting the puck well, playing good game.
18 seconds remaining on the power play for the Thunderhawks. 9:05 remaining in period 2, still 2-0 in favor of Grand Rapids. Shot right on. Shot scores. Garrett Drotz, number 17, gets the rebound, and that'll make it 3-0, a power play goal for the Thunderhawks.
You know, I had made the comment they need to start making these power plays count a little bit, and that's they did right here. That was excellent. The shots on net right now are 18-5 in favor of Grand Rapids. For as much time as Moorhead's had the puck in the Grand Rapids zone and only come away with 5 shots, impressive on the defense again tonight.
So that puck was shot by number 24, Sam Sturl, from the point, and it was knocked in by Garrett Drotz. Actually, there was another assist there. It was Red Markway with the first assist. And Sturl did get the second assist there. Once again, time of that goal was 8 minutes of the second period. Makes it 3-0 in favor of Grand Rapids. Drotz from Morquay and Sam Sturl. In the Grand Rapids zone, here's Drotz. Sends it behind the net. Sturl leaves the zone now to neutral. Here's Drotz. Flips it in to the near corner. Going in to pick it up for Moorhead is Schiller. Schiller up to number 19, Bent. Bent gets knocked off the play, sends it all the way in. Here's Young. Up to Bonner now at neutral. Bonner trying to stuff it in. He will bring it in now. Moorhead in their defensive zone. Schiller on the near side, sends it behind the net. Over to Creer. Sent up the half wall, now to neutral. Here's Young. Now Peart with it. Sends it across the ice. Over to Blake Hendrickson, I believe, number 22. His first shift of the game. Brought up by Moorhead. Here's Creer. Lindbergh. Shot there by number 27. Ian Ness goes wide. I'm very impressed with Grand Rapids' response here tonight. They haven't played a game since February 11th, and that was their only loss of the season to Hermantown. So they haven't played for a long time, and it's got to be tough, especially coming off a loss.
Well, you know what? I know the biggest things is, and the coach of the Moorhead Spud mentioned this, he hasn't been able to get 2 practices to work on anything, you know, all year. Grand Rapids had how many practices in a row, why they weren't playing, so that's one benefit. But yeah, it's got to be very hard. Last game they played was a very tough loss to Hermantown.
Of course, they play Hermantown next Thursday night, game number 2 of that series. It's going to be a big one here at the IRA Civic Center. Del Greco in the Grand Rapids zone, up to Bischoff. Now Holcomb In the Grand Rapids offensive zone, shot there by Sturl on net, save Kunka. Now back up at the point, Morquay sends it across the ice to Sturl. Now in the near corner, down to Del Greco. Now here's Holcomb to the point to Morquay, shot there, pad save by Kunka. Back up to Morquay, flips it up to Del Greco. Morquay once again, he's going to drive in now. Down to Del Greco, can't connect on the pass there. Now on the near side, Moorhead will drive out with it. Here's number 19, Harper Bentz. Bentz flips it in, and here comes Grand Rapids the other way. Morquay, shot, fires it over the net. Puck wraps around the boards. Play back at neutral. Puck goes out of play. Stoppage of play with 5:49 remaining in period 2.
Yeah, Grand Rapids, they just keep buzzing. They're just playing really well right now. Shots 20-5 in favor of the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks. 5:49 left in this second period. 3-0 lead over the Moorhead Spuds. Yeah, it's great defense. Moorhead's playing a good hockey game. Grand Rapids just really, really tough on defense tonight.
And they've been doing that all season long. Yeah, only 5 shots for Moorhead versus Grand Rapids, 20 shots on net. In the Moorhead zone, here's number 12, Grant Frisch. Sends it up the boards. And shot in by Moorhead's number 18, Schrader. Now here's Grand Rapids the other way through center ice. Up to Peart. Peart trying to make a move. Now puck squirts out front there. Martinson trying to pick it up. Grand Rapids comes away with it up to the point to Peart. Shot wide of the net. Now Bonner comes in and picks it up. Up to Young at the point. Young sends it across the ice back to Peart. Shot wide. Now along the half wall down to the near corner. Moorhead trying to flip it out. It will be kept in by John Bonner as he backhands it all the way in. Now here's Schiller. And shot out by number 6, Cody Martinson. Grand Rapids the other way, Peart over to DeMars. DeMars trying to make a move as it's poked away by number 5, Colby Creer. Play at neutral, brought right back in by Kerr. Fires it over the net. In the near corner, sent behind the net by Creer. Now along the far half wall, Morquay sends it down. Picked up by Schiller. Schiller, saucer pass up to number 16, Carson Triggs. Triggs and Sturl now battle for it in the Grand Rapids zone. Kerr now picks it up. Now we're going to have a penalty coming up. Interference penalty on the Thunderhawks. Morquay, his second penalty of the game. Moorhead power play coming up.
I don't know. I guess referees, I never did get him because that was like, he had the puck. The puck was in between his legs when he hit him.
3:56 remaining in period 2. Grand Rapids still with the 3-0 lead, and now Moorhead's on the power play. Their second power play of the game. We shot all the way down by Bischoff. Now coming in to pick it up is Del Greco. Del Greco battles for it with 3 other Spuds players. Now Moorhead comes away with it. Here's Dronin. Dronin still with that center ice. Over to Bentz. Harper Bentz goes around the defenseman. Shot right on there. Save Gunderson. Here's Dronin once again up to the point to Grammer. Back to Dronin. Sends it down to the backboards now, picked up by Bentz. Now Dronin comes in and picks it up. At the point, Grammer. Over to Schiller. Schiller in the far corner. Trying to send it up to Dronin, tipped away by the Thunderhawks. Puck goes through neutral, back in the Moorhead zone. Minute 03 remaining on the power play for Moorhead. Here's Grammer. Over to Lindbergh. Peart now controls it, sends it behind the net to Young. Play at neutral now. Frisch skates back with it, sends it across the ice to Creer. Back to Frisch now. Frisch driving in. Sends it deep in the zone, back behind the net now. Over on the far side. 2:30 remaining in period 2. And 32 seconds remaining on the power play for the Spuds. Back up at the point, here's Frisch. Down to Ness. Now on the other point. Shot. Scores off the rebound. Number 27, Ian Ness, will get the Spuds within 2. That makes it 3-1 in favor of Grand Rapids.
Got to stay out of the penalty box, but also, they moved the puck well. They were moving around. Their saucer passes were a little high earlier. Caught Grand Rapids running a little bit. One of the defensemen kind of went towards the man, it was just one of those plays where Gunderson made a nice save, and the rebound come out to a wide open Moorhead Spud. 3-1. Shots 20-8 now in favor of Grand Rapids. Still 2:16 left in the second period.
So scoring his second goal of the season, number 27, Ian Ness for the Spuds. First assist went to number 3, Gavin Lindberg. And the second assist to number 5, Colby Creer. That was a power play goal for the Moorhead Spuds. And time of that goal was 14:44 of the second period.
Listen right there, the Moorhead coach was complaining about a trip there. I think that was the notorious blue line that caught the guy. That blue line tripped me more than once. Grand Rapids playing a great hockey game right now. They just keep the pressure on. Moorhead's playing well. They just can't get through. Crack this defense to get more shots.
Play at center ice, sent up to number 26 for Moorhead, Max Dronin. Dronin with it on the far side. Minute 23 remaining in period 2. Penalty coming up on Grand Rapids once again. Moorhead heading back to the power play with a minute 14 remaining in period 2.
I missed that, I guess. I must have completely missed that.
It's number 24, Sam Sturl, heading to the box. 2-minute minor for cross-checking. Big opportunity here for the Moorhead Spuds to get within 1. They trail 3-1 still to Grand Rapids. Like I said, a minute 14 remaining in period 2.
Yeah, Grand Rapids is going to have to play tough, get out of this period. Get in there and regroup, get some legs, fresh legs back. Referees are being tight, kind of tight here.
Face off in the Grand Rapids zone to the right of Gunderson. Ryerson trying to send it back to Dronin, intercepted by Grand Rapids. Here's Bischoff. Bischoff sends it all the way in. He'll chase for it now. Del Greco now deep in the zone, trying to pick it up. 1 minute remaining in period 2 from the IRA Civic Center. Here's Grammer. Over to Dronin. Dronin brings it in now, sends it off the boards. Deep in the zone. Bischoff's going to send it around the boards. And the Spuds are unable to keep it in. Goes all the way down. Kugka, the goaltender, is going to play it to number 23, Grammer. Grammer sends it across the ice to Bentz. In the far corner. Holcomb trying to fire it out. Whiffs on the shot. Now the Thunderhawks will send it all the way down. 18 seconds remaining in period 2. And a minute remaining on the power play for Moorhead. One last shot for the Spuds here in this second period. Here's Stahlbarger. 5 seconds remaining, sent behind the net. Now up at the point, and they won't get a shot on net in time. That's going to do it for period number 2 from the IRA Civic Center. It's 3-1 in favor of Grand Rapids after 2 periods of play and 46 seconds remaining on the power play for Moorhead going into the final period of play. We'll step aside here, play our sponsor ads, and we'll have your second period stats coming your way next here on Up North Hockey. Rink Sports Grill in Eveleth offers casual family dining in a hockey-themed atmosphere. Try one of their daily specials or your favorites from the menu. The Rink Sports Grill offers 8 large-screen TVs and 2 10-foot projection screens, so you never have to miss a minute of the game. The rink also offers large and small group seating with meeting areas available. Full menu, limited menu, or buffet, they can cater your event, party, or meeting. That's the Rink Sports Grill at 301 Hattrick Avenue in Eveleth. Check them out today. Stop by Iron Range Apparel for all your Minnesota-themed clothing and home decor. Located in the Thunderbird Mall in Virginia, Iron Range Apparel offers lake cabin and home decor along with a large variety of apparel. Grab a hockey hoodie for the rink or a winter hat for the cold Minnesota weather. Iron Range Apparel also offers wholesale pricing and custom screen printing. Find them on Facebook and Instagram or shop online at ironrange.shop, and good luck to all the players. Minnesota Twist Drill is a proud sponsor of Up North Hockey and wish best of luck to all players on the season ahead and to have fun. For all your heating, air conditioning, and refrigeration needs in the Grand Rapids area, call Tony from Anthony's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Refrigeration at 218-256-1092 or find them on Facebook at Anthony's Heating, AC, and Refrigeration, LLC. G&B Environmental specializes in proactive air and water filtration services, HVAC coil protection, cottonwood screen insulation for cooling units, UV light air purification systems, and electrostatic disinfectant spraying for COVID-19 and other contagions. Give them a call at 1-800-466-2018 or visit gbenvironmental.com. Winnie Trading Post is your one-stop shop on the way to the lake. Located 12 miles north of Deer River on Highway 46 by Lake Winnipegosh, Winnie Trading Post offers gas, food, bait, propane, and everything in between. Find them on Facebook by searching Winnie Trading Post or stop by on your next trip to the lake. All right, welcome back everyone to the IRA Civic Center in Grand Rapids. After 2 periods of play, it is 3-1. The Grand Rapids Thunderhawks with the lead over the Moorhead Spuds. Moorhead will have a 46-second power play to start the 3rd period of play. And just recapping the scoring for the 2nd period. Grand Rapids took a 2-0 lead at the 52nd mark of the 2nd period. Scoring the goal is number 12, Hunter Bischoff. The first assist going to number 23, Jack Peart. And the second assist to number 9, Braden Holcomb. Then at the 8-minute mark of the 2nd period, Grand Rapids took a 3-0 lead with a goal from number 17, Garrett Drotz. First assist going to number 15, Ren Morque. Second assist to number 24, Sam Sturl. Time of that goal was 8 minutes of our middle period. Then Moorhead got on the board on the power play at the 14:44 mark. 2nd period, scoring the goal was number 27, Ian Ness, with the first assist to number 3, Gavin Lindberg. And the second assist to number 5, Colby Creer. That's where we stand after 2 periods of play. 3-1 in favor of Grand Rapids. Shots on goal also in favor of Grand Rapids, 20-8.
This is good. You know something that people don't, that I noticed because I seen it. Grand Rapids gave up 40 shots to Hermantown. They haven't given up 40 shots all season coming into that game.
Not even like 25 shots.
No, not at all. And so that really shocked me. But, you know, Grand Rapids themselves, they've got 280 shots on net in 8 hockey games. You know, they shoot the puck. And, you know, some of the, you know, it depends on who you're playing and stuff, but they've got talent everywhere from top to bottom they do. But, you know, here's something I'll just cover real quick here. Just something that's quick. A couple different things. You know, this Moorhead team, the Moorhead, they have, I didn't know until today, realized that they have played in 8 state championship games, Class AA, and lost them all. They've lost to Bloomington Jefferson in 1992. In 94, they lost to Bloomington Jefferson 3-1. Then they lost to Duluth East, Elk River in 2001, 2004 Centennial, which you don't even hear from them anymore. And then Holy Angels, which Holy Angels was on a little streak right there, because I do believe they beat Grand Rapids the following year to get back-to-backs. And then Eden Prairie, and then in 2017 they lost to Grand Rapids. So this team, what I see on the ice right now, they have the potential to become really, really good and be back at that state tournament in a year, maybe this year. They're going to be playing Roseau, and we talked about this earlier. There's a chance, the way they're playing, they could possibly win that division over there. They already got the win over. They lost a 2-1 game to War Road. It's so close over there. It could be really tight, But I'll just say the players. I won't say where they were played from, but Moorhead has produced 6 NHL hockey players, all born there except for one. The famous Matt Cullen was born in Virginia, Minnesota, played for, I believe he went to St. Cloud, right?
I think so, yep.
And then, William Borgen, he went on to play pro hockey. Mark Cullen, which I'm assuming is probably a brother or a cousin, coming from Moorhead, he played pro hockey, went to Colorado College. Brian Lee, everybody knows that name. He played for North Dakota. Chris Vandy Letty, I do believe he's still playing currently right now. And then Jason Blake, he played back a long time ago. Jason Blake had 200 goals and only played in, I think, 400, 600 games, something like that. It wasn't a lot, the ratio. So Moorhead produces excellent hockey players. Great program, great youth program.
And talking about the 8 state championships that they've lost, when we talked to John Ammerman, the head coach of Moorhead, before the game, he said 2 of those championships, he was a player on the team, then one as head coach in 2017. John Ammerman, he's been with the Moorhead Spuds as the head coach for 8 seasons, or this is his 8th season this year. He's led them to 3 state tournaments in, of course, 2017, when they went all the way to the championship game. Also in 2019, and then last year in 2020. And then when I was doing some research last night, I found that Ammerman coached at Wyndham for 2 years, from 2011 to 2013, before he became the head coach of Moorhead.
Yeah, the guy, when you talk to him, he's got a lot of hockey knowledge. That's why talking to some of these hockey coaches around, you get some of these energetic young hockey coaches, they just love to talk hockey. Pat Andrews of Hermantown just loves to talk hockey. It was really good. I did an interview with him earlier this season, and he is one pleasant guy. Joey Pierce, another one. You think Joey Pierce had been doing interviews professionally. He was so spot on with his interview. And so this Moorhead team they're up and coming, Blake. You're going to hear from them real soon here in that state tournament again.
Yep. They could make it this year, but if not this year, next couple of years, they'll have a shot at that state championship again, I think.
100%, and I think also that, like I said, they beat Roseau. In Roseau. No, I'm not sure. I take that back. It might have been in Moorhead. Might have been. But regardless, they have to play them one more time. They're probably a better team. We did Roseau Bemidji the other night, and that was a very, very good Roseau team. So it's going to be challenging, but I do believe they have the talent to do this.
Other games going on tonight in boys high school hockey, a total of 39 games. East Grand Forks, the number 5 team in Class A, against Roseau. Minnetonka and Wayzata, number 10 versus number 12. St. Michael, Elberville, and Buffalo, rivalry matchup there. Number 3 in Class A, Matamidi versus the number 2 in Class AA, Eden Prairie. Hermantown, Duluth-Denfeld, Section 7A matchup there. And lots of other games in the state of hockey here tonight. Third period is underway from the IRA Civic Center. Moorhead on the power play here for 35 seconds. They trail 3-1 to Grand Rapids. Up at the point in the Grand Rapids zone, now picked up by Bischoff, sends it up to Del Greco. El Greco gets knocked off the play and now picked up by Moorhead's Joe Schiller. Schiller up to Harper Bentz. Up at the point, kept in by Schiller. Schiller once again sends it across the ice over to number 23, Joe Grammer. And now Grand Rapids is back at full strength. Sturl back on the ice for Grand Rapids. Here comes Moorhead the other way. Bentz, shot wide of the net. Puck wraps around the boards, play at neutral now. And shot right back in by Moorhead's number 12, Grant Frisch. Here's Peart for Grand Rapids. Behind the net. Skates up with it now. Trying to find Drotz there on the long pass. That's center ice. Can't connect. Puck goes all the way down for an icing.
You know, that's kind of rare to see with him do that, but, you know, it's just misses. Things are going to happen, but he, right away, gets back on the ice, you know. Bo Geisler's talking to, but what do you say to him, Jack? He knows what he's doing out there. Grand Rapids look good on that penalty kill.
Back in the Moorhead zone. No icing there on the play. Here's Kerr trying to put a shot on there, blocked away by the Spuds. Picked up by Lindbergh now. Breakaway chance for number 16, Carson Triggs. Put the shot right on there. Saved by Miles Gunderson. So second half of this game, Moorhead's really starting to find their game.
They really are. I mean, Rapids came out flying to start this game. First period was theirs. Moorhead turned it around a little bit in the second period. They started this period on the power play, so they skated well, but Grand Rapids played really good defense hockey. Shots 20-9. Miles Gunderson, the shots that he's faced, he's done really well. That almost took a light bulb out. That's going to leave some dust on the old rink there. But yeah, that you know, and that was a beautiful play by Moorhead to spring the guy on the breakaway. I mean, the way he came in, flipped it off the boards, and he just used his speed to catch up to the puck and was able to skate around the Grand Rapids defender. Good play by Moorhead.
One back by the Spuds. They put a shot there that goes wide. Sent up by Grand Rapids. Here's Wyatt Holcomb trying to send it out. Backhanded in by Martinson. Now here comes Grand Rapids as they intercept it. Holcomb gets it poked away. They are offside. Bonner touches it. Another stoppage of play with 15:04 remaining in period 3. Still 3-1 in favor of the Thunderhawks.
You know, I think that was a good play by John Bonner. He knew it was going to be offsides, but if he doesn't do that, it's going to be a 3-on-1. Grand Rapids had 4 guys standing at the blue line, and they were going to get caught by 3 speedy Moorhead players.
Well, an update from the Hoyt Lakes Arena. Our second game on Up North Hockey here tonight between Hibbing Chisholm and Evelyn Gilbert. It's 3-0 in favor of the Golden Bears over the Blue Jackets.
Wow.
It's surprising,
Wow.
I think.
Yeah, I bet you Hibbing's really surprised. We talked about this the other night, Blake. Evelyn, they start winning some of these games, they'll be right back in this IRC hunt.
That's right. Back in the Moorhead zone, here's number 12, Grant Frisch. Frisch skates up with it. Grand Rapids is unable to keep it in. Battle for it in front of the Moorhead bench. Still battling for it. Now the puck squirts out to Morkway. Sends it all the way down. No icing on the play. Right on the red line there. Here's Frisch. Deep in the Moorhead zone. Sends it over to Schiller. And driven out and flipped out by Harper Bentz. Here comes Grand Rapids down to Mars. Advances with it into the Spud zone, trying to make a move. Now he loses it. Mars now picks it up, trying to drive to the net. Now here comes Moorhead, kept in by Peart. It's a shot, blockered away by the goaltender Kunka. Spuds control, sent out up to number 27, Ian Ness. Ian Ness, the lone goal scorer for Moorhead here tonight. He scored that goal at the end of the second period to get Moorhead within 2 goals. Playing the Moorhead zone on the far side now. Set all the way down by Young now. Here's Grammer. Moorhead unable to get the puck out of the zone. Here's Bonner, sends it down to the backboards. Now Ben Bonner's back out there, picks it up for the Thunderhawks. Bonner's shot there, goes wide, goes to the corner. Now puck back behind the net. Spuds pick it up now. Puck goes through neutral, now back in the Thunderhawk zone. Here's Peart on the far side, skates up the boards now. Tries finding Bonner. Bonner does tip it, so no icing on the play. And the goaltender, Kunka, decides to cover it up for a stoppage of play.
You know, one thing I noticed, Hayden DeMar is fast. Big, strong kid. Skates on the board really well. Worked his hind end off and just can't get that extra puck luck, puck bounce break to get a goal. Here, 2 years ago, he was led the state in Bantam double A's in scoring, and now he has 1 goal and 7 assists on the season. Got to be frustrating. He's a goal scorer.
Face off in the Moorhead zone. Brought out by the Spuds now. It's flipped off the glass, and puck still in neutral, now flipped in by number 12, Grant Frisch. Here's Del Greco. To Sturl. Sturl backhands it off the glass to neutral. Now Del Greco trying to come in and pick it up. Here's Sturl. Back to Sturl now. Out front to Del Greco. Shot right on there. Saved by the Moorhead netminder, Kunka. Now the Spuds pick it up in their own zone. Here's Dronin. Sends it behind the net to number 12, Grant Frisch. Here's Bentz now for the Spuds, trying to make a move. Broken up by Mokwe. Bentz again. Now he loses it to Sam Sturl. Sturl sends it out. Here's Bischoff now the other way. Bischoff sends it around the boards, now on the near side in the Moorhead zone. Here's Peart now. St. Cloud State commit. Now along the backboards. Moorhead picks it up, sent to the far side. Here's Grammer, intercepted by Drott. Now battle for along the far half wall. Up at the point now, Young driving in. Now along the backboards. Out front to DeMars. Can't get a shot off there. Now up at the point, Peart keeps it in. Here's Drotz now. Over to Young on the far side. Back to Drotz, now Peart at the point. Pass to Henry Sturl. Now DeMars comes in and picks it up. Back to Peart at the point. Sends it across the ice to Young. Nice tip there by Henry Sturl. Goes wide of the net. On the near side now, Peart. Driving in. Now back behind the net. Sends it out front, hits the skate of Sturl. And Moorhead's forced to send it all the way down for an icing. That was a good 2 minutes of hockey for Grand Rapids.
It was, and there again, who got snake bit and puck put right on his stick in front of the net, and he couldn't get the shot. Hayden DeMars again. He's just getting snake bitten. When hopefully, you know what I'm thinking. I've seen this happen. Get into playoffs, watch him emerge. He'll be the goal scorer.
Schiller for Moorhead. Sends it up to Triggs. That's going to be brought up by Lindbergh. Now deep in the Grand Rapids zone behind the net. Sent up the boards by Morquay. Shot there by Lindbergh. Goes wide of the net. Now up at the point. Schiller will shoot it all the way down on the far side. Sam Sturl picks it up. Goes behind the net. Now Morquay. They'll come away with it. Up to Bonner. Bonner backhands it out through center ice. And that will be an icing on the play.
I thought that wouldn't be icing when the Moorhead player swiped at it with his hand and kind of pulled up. He could have touched it. It looked like. Guess that's kind of just a call you make just right at the moment, I suppose.
That could be tough sometimes. It was a bouncing puck, so
yes,
those could be hard to stop. Either way, an icing against Moorhead, face off in the against Grand Rapids, excuse me. High stick there. Puck's on top of the net. If that did go in, it wouldn't have been a goal.
No, and it's going to be brought down all the way down to the other end. You know, I've seen dumber things like that happen, goals like that, and it's stupid.
Other games going on tonight in Minnesota. Brainerd and St. Cloud at 7:15. Getting underway right now. That's a Section 8 AA matchup. Of course, both teams in Moorhead section. Sartell versus number 7 Fergus Falls in Class A. Also, Lakeville North versus Lakeville South, number 5 in Class AA. Big rivalry matchup there. And then also Duluth Marshall and Proctor.
Completely. You're right. There's good games going on.
But Fergus Falls is a team to watch in Class A. They're in Section 6A. You have 3 or 4 teams that could make a run at the state tournament. You have Alexandria, you have Little Falls, then Fergus Falls. Fergus Falls is off to a really good start, 10-1 to start their season, and some of the teams they beat aren't bad teams. Brainerd, St. Cloud Public, the team in Section 8 AA with Moorhead. Very good teams. Moorhead in their own zone. 8:50 remaining in period 3. Brought up by Martinson. Still 3-1 in favor of Grand Rapids. Shots on goal 22-9 in favor of the Thunderhawks. Demar's backhand shot there. Save there for Kunka.
You know a guy who's played really well tonight? Braden Holcomb has played really good tonight. He has been digging in hard. Just every play, it seems like he's in the middle of it when he's on the ice. I think that's what it takes, though.
2 assists for Holcomb here tonight for Grand Rapids. Shot there by Hunter Bischoff. Another glove save for the goaltender, Will Kunka. Stoppage of play with 8:32 remaining in period 3.
And the shots now are 23-9 in favor of the Thunderhawks. They just keep throwing the puck at the net. Conca's, he's making excellent saves.
And we were talking about shots on net before for Grand Rapids, giving up shots on net. Before that Hermantown game, I don't even think if you get rid of the Hill-Murray game, I don't think Grand Rapids gave up 20 shots in 6 of those games.
No, I know. I have it here somewhere.
Hill-Murray, I think they let up like 20 shots or something. A little more shots in that game, but in the other games, it's been like less than 15 shots.
Yes. Yeah, 4 against Marshall when Marshall was here.
And then 8 against Duluth East.
Yeah. 15
Amazing.
Against this Moorhead team last time.
Playing the Spud zone over on the far side now in the corner. Moorhead comes away with it. Here's Schiller. Grand Rapids will keep it in. Here's Del Greco. Del Greco loses it now. Back to Schiller. Skates back with it. Sends it across the ice now to Grammer. Up to neutral now. Back in the Grand Rapids zone. Here's Morquay. Over to Sturl. Morquay now. It's an intercepted, sent out front. And number 18 puts a shot on. No goal. Number 18, Thomas Schrader. At first, he had trouble getting the shot off. He finally got it off. And it hit the crossbar. Wow.
I heard it hit the crossbar.
That would have been a big goal for Moorhead.
Huge goal. Rare mistake for Grand Rapids to cough up a puck like that.
That would have made it 3-2, but still 3-1 here in favor of Grand Rapids. 7:06 remaining in period 3. Grand Rapids will poke it out now. Deep in the Moorhead zone here. Here's Creer. Skates up with it, now through neutral, trying to flip it in, blocked away by Blake Henriksen. Back to Schiller. Schiller driving in over on the far side. Stops and skates the other way. Now battle for it with Easton Young. Now Young comes away with it. Sends it to center ice, and it's going to be shot right back in by Colby Creer. Here's Peart. Skates behind the net. Now sends it, trying to find DeMars there on the pass. DeMars caught that pass. He would have been offside. He's unable to catch the pass, and it goes all the way down for an icing.
I've been watching him tonight. He has been hanging about 5 feet into the offensive zone, waiting for that pass. Normally, he's made it work where he's been able to circle back around, but Jack seen him and threw the puck up. Jack so much poise with the puck behind the net right there.
I could tell DeMars is very frustrated. He's had a lot of opportunities. Shot there by Moorhead, rebound chance, and now referee blows the whistle. And a couple of shoves there out front. But it has been a frustrating night for DeMars. He has had opportunities. He hasn't been able to finish.
No, he's played really well.
Yeah.
He has played a really, really good game. It's another one, as a goalie, I would not want him in front of me trying to block.
Yep.
He's so big.
Face off at the Grand Rapids zone. Shot there from the point by Luke Leonard, wide of the net. Here comes Grand Rapids through neutral. In front of the scorer's table. Now in front of the benches. Moorhead will come away with it, sends it to the far side now. Here's Grammer. In the corner, Dronin trying to pick it up, sends it up the boards, kept in by Easton Young, sends it back down to the backboards. 5:37 remaining in period 3. Still 3-1 in favor of Grand Rapids. Now here's number 26, Dronin, sends it through neutral, and it's going to go all the way down for an icing with 5:20 remaining in period 3.
Blake, that's something we haven't seen Grand Rapids do a lot of right there is, you can't get it out, ice the puck intentionally. We've not seen a bunch of that this year from them. Moorhead, they've done it a few times tonight when they've just been dead tired.
Brought out by Moorhead to neutral. A shot up by Morquay, back in the Moorhead zone, sent across the ice to Frisch. Frisch up to Ness now. Spuds stay on side. Here's Del Greco now, sends it to the sideboards. Bischoff controls now. Up through neutral to Holcomb. Grand Rapids stays on side. Here's Del Greco now deep in the zone. Tries putting a shot on there from the goal line, goes wide. Now on the far side along the backboards. Frisch now battle for it behind the net. Out to the near corner. Ness trying to pick it up. Now Del Greco's going to send it up to the point. Here's Morquay back to Del Greco. Now Holcomb comes in and picks it up. Up to Morquay at the point. Now Bischoff trying to pick it up behind the net now. Del Greco over to Holcomb. Back along the backboards. Puck comes out front there and sent to the sideboards. Morquay at the point now over to Sturl. Shot there, gloved by the senior goaltender Kunka.
They're moving the puck quite well. Even Bischoff, he's worked his hind end off all night long, digging hard in the corner. These guys, I give them credit for, getting in there digging. They just seem like they can't get that bounce. And the guys who are scoring the goal are taking advantage of the right opportunities when they get it, puck being in the right place. Some of these other guys just can't get no puck luck at all.
In the Moorhead zone, Peart sends it across the blue line to Young. Now the Spuds will pick it up. Here's Bent. Bent loses it now. Trying to pick it up is Martinson. In the far corner in the Grand Rapids zone. 3:38 remaining in period 3. Here come the Thunderhawks. Puck on net there. Poke check by the goaltender Kunka. Goes up and out of play.
That was some nice passing. Just short little passing. Just kind of get around the guy. 2 inches away would have been on his stick. He'd have got a nice hard, shot on net. But these kids, the Grand Rapids, they're not giving up. They just keep fighting. Every time they get out there, moving the puck forward. Shots now are 24-12 in favor of Grand Rapids. 3:31 left in the third period. 3-1 Grand Rapids.
Deep in the Moorhead zone. Now going in to pick it up is Dronin. Dronin can't clear it. Sent all the way in by Drotz. Here's Schiller now. Along the far half wall, sends it across the ice over to Leonard. Now play in front of the benches. Now in the Grand Rapids zone. Flex off Easton Young's stick. Hits the netting and goes out of play.
They say the Raptors have enough problems here, and these guys are beating them up with these pucks this evening.
25 games in girls high school hockey here tonight. Roseau, East Grand Forks. Hibbing Chisholm and Grand Rapids Greenway over at the Hodgkins Bardo Arena in Coleraine. Evelyn Gilbert, International Falls. Pine City, Proctor, Hermittown. Benilde St. Margaret's and Edina. Moose Lake and Duluth Marshall. And Thief River Falls and Bemidji. Like I said, 25 games in girls high school hockey here tonight. Brought out by Grand Rapids, sent to center ice. And shot right back in by Moorhead. Over in the far corner now, a battle for it. 2:40 remaining in period 3. Here's Bischoff now. Shoots it all the way to neutral. Now coughed up by the defenseman Schiller, intercepted by Del Greco. Over to Bischoff's shot. Goes wide. Now in the near corner along the half wall. Moorhead will skate out with it. Here's Dronin. Trying to find Ness there. Can't connect. Goes all the way into the Grand Rapids zone. Here's Sam Sturl. Sends it behind the net over to Morquay. Back behind the net to Del Greco. Now here's Holcomb. Sends it off the glass to neutral. Shot right back in by Moorhead. Over on the far side. Minute 50 remaining in period 3. Time winding down here. 3-1 in favor of Grand Rapids. Shot there. Covered up by the goaltender, Miles Gunderson.
No, those are the kind of saves he's had tonight. A couple of pucks came in from the goal line in there where they just get caught laying there, and, you know, they could be pushed in. He's trying to get on top of it, and they're shoving and poking. Miles Gunderson's playing a great game right now. He's got 13 shots against him, and he's saved 12 of them so far. Time for Moorhead's timeout right now.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, he hasn't seen a lot of shots, but
no,
he's done a pretty good job for the shots he's seen. Just like to thank our sponsors really quick here. The Rink Sports Grill in Eveleth, Higher Range Apparel in Virginia, Minnesota Twist Drill in Chisholm, G&B Environmental, Anthony's Heating, AC and Refrigeration in Grand Rapids, Winning Trading Post, and 90 Degree Media. Also, we would like to thank our very generous donors for donating money to Up North Hockey. If you're looking to donate to Up North Hockey, if you look in the description of this video, there's information on how to donate via Venmo. So you just download the Venmo app, make an account with Venmo, and then you look up North-Hockey, and then you might have to put a last 4 digits of a phone number as well, and that would be 2231. Of course, that's in our description below for this video. Once again, Up North-Hockey. Also on our new website, upnorthhockey.com. You can find all kinds of information there. Also a PayPal option to donate money. Any and all donations will be greatly appreciated. Would help us with travel, equipment, all kinds of stuff. It's
greatly appreciated.
Not free to do these streams, so any and all donations will be greatly appreciated, like Eric said. And like I said, visit our new website, upnorthhockey.com. So the Moorhead goaltender is on the bench right now. 6-on-5 hockey, extra attacker for the Spuds. That's going to be no icing on the play. Here's Peart in the Grand Rapids zone. And his helmet is going to come off. Yeah, that's going to be a high sticking penalty on Moorhead. Grand Rapids will try to shoot it in the net there. Another shot hits the back of the netting. Penalty coming up on Moorhead. And that's going to make it. They're going to have to put the goalie back in. If they do pull the goalie again, it's going to be.
Yeah.
The best they'll get is 5-on-5.
Yeah. And you know what? I seen Jack's head snap. It kind of snapped up a little bit. That caught him pretty good.
Yeah,
here's a little tidbit for you. I'll throw out here real quick. I was checking today. Eveleth won the very first state high school hockey tournament in 1945, beating Thief River Falls 4-3. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I knew that. Yep.
1945.
Yep.
Well, you're from Eveleth. You probably did know that.
Yep. Here comes Moorhead, trying to get to the net. Broken up by Jack Peart. And we have 50 seconds remaining in period 3. Grand Rapids still with the 3-1 lead over Moorhead. Now The Spuds will poke it out to neutral. Here's Peart. He's just going to skate back with it. Just going to waste time here. Only 32 seconds remaining. Here's Del Greco. Spuds get a change. Attacking is number 16, Carson Triggs. Now Del Greco's going to skate up with it. Over to Holcomb, shoots it in. Now backhanded out by Moorhead. It's going to go up by the banners there, hits the ceiling. Stoppage of play with 15 seconds remaining in period 3.
You know, I didn't realize that, that there's so much good information about Minnesota High School Hockey Tournament. I know that you say it's your favorite time of the year. Blake, it's been my favorite time of the year for many, many years. So I encourage people to go get on Minnesota Hockey and look at the history. It's pretty amazing.
Time's gonna tick down here. The Grand Rapids Thunderhawks are gonna move to 8-0 on the 8-1 on the season. And now we're gonna have some extracurricular activities here to end this game. Some fighting going on. That's unfortunate to see. It was a hard-fought hockey game. Tough to see this.
That was a really nasty cross-check there. Really, really bad cross-check.
So the referees are going to discuss this here.
They're just going to call it a wash.
Grand Rapids will leave the ice. Or just go over to their blue line here. Final score here tonight, 3-1 in favor of Grand Rapids over Moorhead. We had no scoring in that third period of play. Final shots on goal, 25-13 in favor of Grand Rapids as well.
Heat of the action, things happen. I don't think people intentionally try to hurt somebody. You're in the action, you get something going on. There was a check right there with 2 seconds left. There was a nasty cross check on a Moorhead guy on the back of Rin Markway, hit him really hard. And he come back and he retaliated to it. I think that's just a natural reaction. You get hit that hard from behind, you're going to do something about it. And, referees got in there. Wade Chido was trying to get in there and stop it. And so, everything was done right. But, Blake, I think we had a great hockey game here tonight.
We did. It was, the first half of the game was mostly dominated by Grand Rapids. Moorhead started to turn it on towards the end of the second period. Third period pretty much belonged to Grand Rapids as well. So good effort for the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks. I was surprised to see them rebound after that 2-week break. Didn't play a game until since February 11th, and they come back and play like this here tonight. And they also came off a loss to Hermantown, their first loss of the season. So that had to be very tough. They were practicing. It wasn't a COVID issue or anything. They're practicing and didn't have any games scheduled. So it's tough, but they responded very well, and they looked like the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks that we've seen all season long.
Yes, and you know what? Yeah, I went back and watched some of the Moorhead or the Hermantown game. Grand Rapids played good hockey. They just, you know what? It wasn't the defense that we know. They gave up 40 shots. Now, granted, the state's leading scorers on that team is Zam Plant, but you said it earlier, his supporting cast is amazing. You know what he has. There's 10 guys in that team that can do that any given time. So that was a really, really good game. I just think that Grand Rapids football, and Miles Gunderson played a great game. He was tested on a couple plays. I mean, he could have been the difference in this game, even though there was less shots. He could have been a huge difference in this game, Blake.
For sure. He played very well for his first varsity start here tonight.
Yes, I agree, 100%.
Coming up next on Up North Hockey, one game tomorrow night for the Brie Cupoletti Arena. It's the Warroad Warriors and the Virginia MIB Blue Devils. Two boys varsity matchups. I believe we're doing JV, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we are. Randy and I are going to be over there doing that game, and I'm excited for it. I've been in communication with the War Road coach. They're excited about coming down. You had said that you had talked to him, and Randy too said Jay Hardwick is a really just a super nice guy. I'm starting to enjoy talking to some of these hockey coaches that just like to talk hockey. I said that earlier. I love hockey. You love hockey. It's that time of the year, Blake. We're supposed to be getting ready for the state tournament here pretty soon, and now it's going to be drug out a little bit. So usually state tournaments 2 weeks from now normally.
Right. Yeah.
So here this is playoff time. So they still got 8 games left.
A few weeks. Yep.
Yeah, and so we're gonna get this probably. I suppose the way it's gonna look is we'll be doing some playoffs if things go well. The way it looks, Grand Rapids, it's gonna be between Grand Rapids and Andover. Kind of see how they do. Don't falter along the way, but not using the Amsoil Arena this year, getting home ice advantage, playing on their home rink throughout the playoffs. So number 1 seed will, higher seed. So that's going to be a big bonus for people. And maybe by then, allow a few more fans to come in. We'll get this IRA Arena back the way it should be.
Then also on Saturday, we have one game on Saturday. Warroad again takes on Grand Rapids right here at the IRA Civic Center, noon and 2. So make sure to tune in for those games. We're going to go down and do our post-game interview with our player of the game, presented by Iron Range Apparel. Make sure to stay tuned to our 3 social media platforms for that: Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So we're going to sign off here. For Eric Johns, I'm Blake Mortensen. We thank everyone for tuning in here tonight. Once again, our final score, the Moorhead Spuds, or the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks 3, and the Moorhead Spuds 1. Tune in tomorrow night as we have World and Virginia from the Brie Cupoletti Arena. Good night, everyone.